Welcome back to Outside Views. Today we're diving into a remarkable new military advancement that's intended to reshape Britain's defense capabilities and ensure the country remains future-proof in an increasingly unpredictable geopolitical landscape. The weapon we're talking about today is the advanced laser system known as Dragonfire. And this cutting-edge technology has caused quite a stir, not only in the UK, but across Europe as well. To fully appreciate why the Dragonfire laser weapon is making headlines, let's first set the broader context. The security landscape in Europe has dramatically shifted in recent years. The war in Ukraine has been ongoing since 2014 I know, but since then it's profoundly impacting the geopolitical balance. And additionally, the strained transatlantic relationship, particularly since Donald Trump's return to the US presidency, has Europe reconsidering its traditional security arrangements. And for decades, Europe, including the UK, has relied heavily on the United States for defense guarantees. However, recent events have made clear that dependence on American protection might no longer be reliable or sustainable. European nations now recognize that achieving greater autonomy in defense and security is not just preferable, but necessary. And with this context, Britain is stepping up its defense investments dramatically. The British Ministry of Defence recently announced significant new funding, committing approximately €2.6 billion toward defence projects. A substantial portion of this funding will directly support the implementation of the Dragonfire laser weapon. And originally, Dragonfire was intended to equip just one Royal Navy ship. However, recognizing the growing importance and capability of this new system, the British government now plans to install the weapon on 4 ships. And let's talk specifics about what makes Dragonfire so groundbreaking. This advanced laser weapon stands out due to its precision and range. Reports indicate that it can hit a target as small as a £1 coin from an entire kilometer away. And even more impressively, it can neutralize drones from distances as far as 5 kilometers. But there's another aspect of Dragonfire that's just as impressive: its cost effectiveness. Each discharge of the laser costs approximately €13. And compared to traditional missile defense systems, this is incredibly inexpensive, significantly reducing operational costs. Such affordability is a crucial strategic advantage, allowing sustained defense capabilities without excessive expenditure. Britain's Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves, described this initial funding of €2.6 billion as a down payment, underscoring the UK's strategic direction. By 2027, the UK aims to increase defense spending to around 2.5% of its GDP annually. And Prime Minister Keir Starmer has publicly emphasized that these funds will prioritize investments in advanced technology, including AI, drones, and crucially, the Dragonfire system. So, who exactly is behind Dragonfire? The development of this laser system has been carried out by the UK Dragonfire Consortium, which includes prominent defence companies such as MBDA UK, Leonardo UK, Kinetic, and the Defence Science and Technology Laboratory DSTL. Each brings unique expertise to the table, ensuring a comprehensive and cutting-edge approach to the system's development. Eric Béranger, CEO of MBDA, recently highlighted the need for increased European cooperation in developing such advanced weapon systems. He stressed the inefficiency of each European country independently pursuing their own laser weapon projects. Currently, Britain, Germany, France, and Italy all have separate national initiatives for military energy weapons. Germany, for example, has recently installed a similar laser demonstrator on its frigate F-124 Sachsen, a joint effort between Rheinmetall and MBDA Germany. In a recent press release, Rheinmetall reported over 100 successful test firings, demonstrating impressive performance and reliability. And France and Italy have their own respective initiatives, with MBDA participating in both through strategic partnerships and joint ventures. Béranger argues that pooling resources, sharing research, and cooperating on a European scale would enhance efficiency, reduce costs, and foster faster innovation. For Britain, investing in Dragonfire represents a strategic move, acknowledging the critical importance of technical superiority in modern warfare. Unlike traditional weapon systems that rely heavily on logistical support for ammunition, laser systems like Dragonfire offer significant operational advantages. They don't require heavy logistical chains or extensive supply lines, meaning they can remain operational longer, even in contested environments. And furthermore, the strategic investment in laser technology also aligns with Britain's broader geopolitical and strategic goals. It reinforces Britain's capabilities as a leading naval power capable of safeguarding vital maritime routes and responding effectively to threats posed by drones and unmanned systems, increasingly common in contemporary conflicts. However, this investment and strategic shift don't come without concerns. Critics question whether focusing so significantly on high-tech capabilities at the expense of expanding traditional military personnel and conventional hardware is wise. Recent defense policy has seen reduction in the overall size of Britain's armed forces, raising concerns about overall preparedness and flexibility in various threat scenarios. As of now, Britain's armed forces number around 140,000 active personnel, including 4,000 Gurkhas, with an additional 32,000 reservists. And notably, this number has decreased in recent years due to budget constraints, partly driven by economic pressures. And critics argue that even the most advanced technologies cannot replace boots on the ground or the flexibility provided by a sizable conventional force. Moreover, critics highlight the potential vulnerabilities of over-relying on a single technology. Laser systems, although highly effective, might still have limitations in adverse weather conditions, including fog, heavy rain, or dense cloud cover. This is a practical consideration that defense planners must take into account. Nevertheless, Britain's government is confidently moving forward, emphasizing innovation and technological edge over sheer force numbers. The plan also includes significant infrastructure investments. For instance, around £200 million are designated for facilities at Barrow-in-Furness, the manufacturing base for Britain's nuclear submarines. Additionally, substantial investments are earmarked to modernize naval bases like Portsmouth, improving accommodations and facilities for service members and their families. All these steps signal Britain's clear intent to maintain and enhance its status as a global maritime power, underscored by a commitment to advanced technologies. Ultimately, Dragonfire symbolizes Britain's strategic intent to position itself as a leader in next-generation defense technologies. The decision to adopt and expand this laser capability not only reflects practical military considerations, but also sends a clear geopolitical message to both allies and adversaries. Whether or not Europe responds positively to MBDA's call for more collaborative defense projects, Britain's commitment to its advanced laser system underscores its determination to forge a future-proof military. So, what does the future hold for Britain with this new laser technology? Will Dragonfire truly provide the strategic advantage Britain hopes for, or are there unforeseen risks and limitations that might emerge? I would love to hear your thoughts on this development. Do you think investing heavily in technology like laser weapons is the right direction for Britain? Or should the focus instead be on increasing conventional forces and traditional capabilities? So please let me know your opinions in the comments below. And if you found this little analysis useful, please like this video and subscribe to Outside Views for more in-depth discussions on global defense, politics, and strategic developments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Outside Views.